what the legendary Aman Tokyo is really like. I'm not sure if I pronounced the name correctly. It's a very great brand, but I've never seen any of their properties actually. Let's look in.
There is a mountain of award-winning luxury hotels here in Tokyo, Japan. And at the very summit is Aman.
Tourist traction and economy, of course. They're always funding Japan, especially during natural disasters. Hopefully everyone is safe over there. Hopefully everyone also stays safe, sorry, when such thing happens again. But yeah, funds are thrown over there, especially from the West and I think from America especially. We don't want to get into politics, but it's very clear most of their bases are over there. It's next to China. We know that USA and China are not that much friends, especially when Trump is in office. But let's not continue on that. Let's continue the video. It started really worrying me with the music that he puts on, because the last video got three claims that I used copyrighted music, which I never meant it to actually. I'm not sure how he does really uses music, but like 3 claims.
This is the go-to hotel for the highest caliber of
Winner 2023, 2024, 25. We actually, I think one of the hotels in Kuwait that I worked with got these, and I never knew that they are of any use actually. Over Global Recognition Awards, maybe. Distant Asia, maybe they take it more seriously in Japan, I'm not sure.
luxury world travelers and is often exclaimed as one of the legends in the space. However, after doing a couple of weeks of research and watching all of the reviews online, I realized that there really isn't a single
He said it by himself after doing his own research. This is where I want to include my videos on the other channel, or at least the way that I present the videos or the reviews out of experience. Now, of course, most probably he watched and he read so many reviews of people who experienced it. But my perspective or the idea that I have is for people to check out of my experience as a person who works in the hospitality sector, or in hotels in general and resorts especially, with over 10 years of experience. If you're really interested, then subscribe. If you want to at least listen to how we operate, to what over there the employees or our colleagues go through, all of this I include them over here. I see details of the videos. Now Ryan is not that his style is different from Simon Wilson was his name, right? He's completely different from him, because I noticed from the what I've noticed from the last video, Ryan was not even interacting with the staff of that place. He never showed us. He showed us only the details. Went into details of his stay. It was not super detailed like what Simon presents over here.
single comprehensive honest review of the Aman Tokyo, so I flew to Japan myself. I reviewed this hotel out of 50 points in 5 categories like always. The categories are the ambiance, the room, the dining, the service, and the it factor. I was not paid in any way for this review. I booked at full price, and all of my
$4,000, bro. $4,000 for what? One night only. Where did he book from? Is it on their website or booking.com? Taxes alone is almost $900. Holy shit. That's too much actually for a night. Almost $4,000 for a room only, not even a suite. These motherfuckers should upgrade him, most probably. Not sure if they are expecting him, if they even know him. He has only 150,000 followers,
can be found at
subscribers.
RyanWalkerT5.com. There will be a grid at the end comparing this hotel to others that are similar. So Aman actually means peace in Sanskrit, and it's definitely a very discreet, peaceful,
Aman.
and private hotel.
Aman, yeah, in Arabic, same thing. Aman, which is safety, I think. Not peace. Aman, yeah, safety. In Arabic, it translates to safety, most probably. But I always misunderstood the word as Amman, which is the capital, I think, of Jordan, right?
Honestly made this review pretty difficult to film. Now, Aman is also an icon of the city of Tokyo,
Aman,
so of
yeah.
course my room is ready a little early. Why don't we head up there and take
Mostly, it's not that it's ready too early. They have availability, so they're giving you the room. If this hotel was fully booked, you wouldn't even dare to say that, yeah, I got my room early. They wouldn't even welcome you properly if the hotel is busy. Most luxury properties, I'm not sure most probably they are suffering. This is what I've experienced also. My whole background until the previous year and like present was all with luxury properties. This is my CV. If you want to see my CV, if you want to see my background. If we are busy in a luxurious property, we'll give you shit. We will not even, like, of course, we'll treat you in the most respectful way. But I'm telling you this, the secrets of the industry. We are not that good when it comes to luxury and a super busy operation. Most probably a super luxurious property in Tokyo, in Japan, the busiest city maybe in Japan. Yeah, the hotel most probably is not that busy.
Take a little sneak peek. Okay, can't give away this whole thing already. I promise we'll come back here a little later in this review. Now, before we get into the ambiance section of this review, I want to show you where everything actually is in this hotel with this fun map that my team and I made. The first floor in this tower is actually the reception, valet, and the house car. You have to
I like it when it's the standard thing, you know, not when you build a fucking 100 floors tower and like the reception is on the 80th floor. Like it gets confusing also for the guest. Over here, standard, typical, it's the same like any other hotel, majority of the hotels, where the reception is on the lower floor and you have this lobby cafe, for example, the lobby lounge, for example, yeah, and like some other good activities over there. Maybe a little outside shops, a cafe to sit inside or to wait also. Let's see the lobby because I really love lobbies. I don't want to repeat this every single video. This was the first thing that I thought or that moved me towards hotels, which is the lobbies.
Take an elevator up to 33 to actually check in, and that's where everything is. Everything below level 33 is an office space or is not associated with hotel. Now on floor 33, you have all of the restaurants and the grand atrium. The only thing missing from this floor is the gym, spa, and the pool, which are on one floor up. Above 34 are the guest room, 34 to floor 38, and
34, okay, so only 4 floors, but this is completely fucked up if it's all offices. I hate it when it's like this. They started building these new concepts. It's really bad. They're destroying the whole tower for offices only to rent them out.
I actually got the highest level for my room that we're going to look at a little later in this review. Funnily enough, that is everything in this very efficient hotel. The Aman is making great use of space here, with the exception.
I'll start calling it Aman, not even Aman. Aman.
Of that lobby. So let's head there first and talk about it.
Yeah, but it's really messed up now that I'm thinking about it. You have the lobby or the reception on the ground floor, and then all of your rooms are above the 30th floor. Still not convenient. I'm not sure what's happening in Asia. Why are hotels turning into this? I know the concept or the idea, but still it's not convenient. Like the whole tower should be a hotel. They started building these super huge towers, for example, renting 75% of it for offices. And then they would give you 4 to 5 maybe floors for rooms only, guest rooms.
This is the...
Hopefully this is a design over here and not some mold. What the hell is all of this? Is this a design or are the walls bad over here?
Atrium at Aman. It's renowned as the atrium of all other atriums, and mainly because this 30-meter ceiling that they built to look like a shoujin lantern. It's completely made out of washi rice paper and is just jaw-dropping when you walk in. Not only is it an architectural and design masterpiece, it also is an indication of Aman's priorities. Aman is prioritizing design over profits because they could have used all of this space to build additional guest rooms. This lobby is also where you check in. It's where you get your welcome drink and your room card. So much more impressive than...
Most probably that wall was the design because we've seen one of like the same similar one. The good thing about this place, yeah, it has very huge, I think, ceiling space. The lobby looks amazing. Amazing. Yeah, the lobby looks amazing. It's themed, obviously Japanese, Asian, I think. Let's
than what you can see online or what you can see in this video. As you can probably tell by now, the architecture and design here is ultimately minimalistic.
What happened to his fucking voice?
All right, let's address the obvious here. Clearly, I lost my voice during the filming of this review.
Shit.
Now, I couldn't have my first Aman go out on the channel with my raspy voice and make you listen to that the whole time, so I re-recorded all of the dialogue. If the timing is a little bit off, now you know why. With that, let's get back in. It's definitely an impressive start for Aman. All of the artwork is seamless with its surrounding, with accents of greenery. Most Aman hotels have this sense of...
But it's a good it's a good way to get in his recorded voice.
clean minimalism to them.
Wow, look at this like subtle calm lobby. This is where I love to work. Like this is the ambiance that I really love. Yeah, the ambience, it really looks good, amazing. It reminds me of an airport, maybe airport style, like an airport style lounge. Yeah, the place looks a little bit comfy. Let's
Them,
continue.
which is meant to create a peaceful visual environment. But this next spot is my personal favorite. This is the very famous indoor pool here at the Aman Tokyo. It is so beautiful with
Indoor pools. I'm currently working with a property where it has an indoor pool also, and I've really started noticing the difference and how amazing advantages, maybe you can say, are indoor pools. Never considered it actually, because most of my previous experience was in resorts, mainly open, huge Olympic pools. But indoor pools are really amazing, especially for business travelers, you can say.
With these big glass windows, the water is chlorinated and heated to a consistent 80 degrees Fahrenheit. But my favorite part of this pool are these loungers that are Japanese style on the ground.
How did they allow him to go up with his shoes? Were these those were his shoes or slippers?
Loungers with some really nice ambient mood lighting. So comfortable, so soft and plush. I definitely don't want to leave, but we do have a... Now, this is an area in Amman I have not seen covered a lot. The spa. The Amman Spa is 2 floors and one of the largest in all of Tokyo. I booked the Japanese acupuncture for my face, something that I've never done before.
$400 fucking dollars, bro. It's Japan at the end, yeah. At the end of the day, it's Japan actually, so it's actually expensive also.
I'm gonna get in there and show you everything behind this. Shikyo. Arigato.
Are these needles? Nope. Bruh. Ooh. Going to burn him or what? Reminds me of Final Destination, bro. I know, like, I've seen so many of these videos, but when you concentrate, well... What the fuck?
I want to talk about that treatment for a second. So what you just saw was 63,000 Japanese yen, or around $400 US, 60 minutes. I thought it was just facial acupuncture. She ended up putting needles almost across my entire body. So my hands were sweating, my feet were sweating. I was a little nervous with the needles going in. It was definitely an experience.
Not on the neck,
I can
bro.
tell you, I feel loose right now. You know, there's some warmth where the needle went in. With that, once the treatment is over, they bring out these fun little snacks. So you have some strawberries, a tea cookie, and then a sweetened soju. Wow. I want to talk about the treatment rooms themselves.
This is mostly like the luxurious level treatment. Mostly they don't even serve this, I think, in like their typical Japanese treatments. I think so, right? What's wrong with the graphics?
The room is a little bit bland and simple.
Is it his camera or our system over here, or our the quality is 4K? Holy shit.
It has the single bed in the center, a little room to shower in, and that's really it. There's a onsen style bath that is mandatory nude, by the way, but the treatment, something I'll remember for a long time. And finally, the gym. So, if the mixture of high-quality Techno gym equipment...
Techno gym is like dominating the hotel market. They sell everywhere. That's really good. And I've seen, we saw one machine now. I did not even concentrate.
To work out. The
Cardios, yeah, same dumbbells. I've used the same dumbbells in one of the other luxury properties also.
views definitely will be.
This machine, I think it's more for back, maybe ropes. I'm not sure. But next to a cardio, okay, you have a bicycle over here. That's really amazing. A bike also over here. Bikes are rare. I don't usually see bikes.
And they have some very interesting high-quality equipment. In fact, they have a couple of machines here that I haven't seen in other hotels, like a vibrating power plate or...
It's talking about other equipments, but even just imagine the spinning bike. I've never seen that in a hotel. Maybe because of the maintenance cost.
a rowing machine, which I always appreciate.
Rowing, I've seen that in 2 other properties actually, and they're really beneficial. If you like working out in a hotel, finding a rowing machine over there is really amazing. And a spinning bike, if you're used to bicycles.
Keep it moving. There is a lot more to see in Aman Tokyo, but I do want to take a step away for a second and tell you that over the last few months, I have definitely been seeing all of questions on the Four Seasons Yacht 1, the Ritz-Carlton, and through the entire
We need to watch these two actually. I think they are the top performing for him, especially Ritz-Carlton. I wanted to see this for a very long time now.
channel. This coming Sunday, May 31st, partnership with Founders Card, I'm going to be hosting a live Ask Me Anything right here on YouTube. This is the first time I have ever done anything like this. I'm going to gather all of your questions so far. You can bring your questions as well. Join me 10 a.m. Sunday, May 31st. That's 10 a.m. Pacific time, and we'll go live right here together. Now you may be wondering, how does this tie to Founders Card? So Founders Card actually sponsored a previous video on my channel where I talked about starting my company and how I got to be here in the first place. Coming back for this Ask Me Anything. Founders Card is an incredible membership program with over 250.
So it's advertising.
Let's get back into it. Now, every day here, they have a team member in the lobby come and play a traditional instrument to welcome in the
Most probably outsourced. And I've seen so many properties where they had to get rid of them, especially in Dubai, for example, when I was over there and talking about maybe 8-9 years ago. I've seen it in my own, like I was there present. They would say that this shit is very expensive. We don't need her anymore. And I think she was a pianist or something. So most probably this thing is outsourced, or either that it's like very cheap to hire. It's either that they're paying her less. It's either that they're paying her less. Something fell off over here. That they're paying her less, or yeah, outsourced. They're paying more for her. I'm not sure actually.
night. And if you think this hotel is stunning during the day, just wait. Time to give the Aman its first score for Ambiance. All things considered, it is a stunning hotel. That lobby is actually
Out of 10, I would give it maybe 8.8.
breathtaking when you first walk in, and the condensed space that they have is utilized exceptionally well. The one issue the Aman has is that it's the first ever city Aman. It's competing with resort Amans around the world, and it's just almost impossible to do that with such a limited space. There's no rooftop, there's no lounges, and there's no library, so it's kind of hard to find a public spot that isn't crowded most times of day. And that's why I gave the Aman an 8.5 out of 10 for Ambiance.
Although he's punishing them heavily when he's bringing up these excuses, but still he's rating them high actually. If I would go with his judgment or conclusion, I would give them maybe a 7, because he listed so many resorts also, especially when talking about the same property, Aman. Yeah, but still he ended up with an 8.5, which is close to mine actually, because I concentrated, my main focus was on the lobby, for example, and like the art that was present over there and the ambience in general, the thing that he's really explaining. But then he went back to a point where he wanted to punish them actually. Maybe as an excuse to reduce the 1.5 point.
There are 84 rooms across 4 floors here, and I booked
84 4 floors. Close to a boutique hotel. Like, I'm not sure how did this thing end up as a tower luxury property with only 80. Now, boutique hotels may be only like, maybe considered like maybe around 20 rooms, for example, like this. But I'm not, wait, my camera blinked or stopped. It's happening now with the camera also. Yeah, so we're talking about an 84 rooms property, which is actually big enough to consider it a hotel, but 4 floors, 84 rooms, calling it a 5-star luxury, that's misleading to a certain degree or a point. I'm not sure about this new concept of building hotels. Maybe I'm not reading the news properly. I need to check about it, because most of the properties, especially in Asia now, we are noticing that it's literally more than 50% of the tower turns out to be offices that they rent out, and then the 20 or 30% is literally the hotel only, which shouldn't be considered a hotel in this case. The whole tower needs to be at least 60 to 70% of the tower.
the base level room with a view that you saw before. It's now time to give it a much
But it's a grand suite over there. How is it a room?
closer look.
Something wrong, man, with this.
4 floors here, and I booked the base level room with a view.
Okay, city suite, grand suite, panorama suite, grand view. It's all suites. Okay, so this is point one. Point two shouldn't be the base one city, where the view might be a little bit less exciting than this one. This one comes in the middle, I think, right? I'm not sure. We need to do our own research also. But still, this I don't think is the basic one. Because then you have a garden view also. Like the naming alone, the positioning doesn't Tokyo Suite, Deluxe Suite. I think this one should be the lowest, or this one. Pointing out that it's the lowest category, maybe.
View that you saw before. It's now time to give it a much closer look.
A leather key. That's amazing. If it's a leather,
In case
wow.
you missed it just now, that was your room card at the Aman, and it is leather bound and something that honestly you can take home and keep for yourself. And I definitely
Nice.
will. The first thing that you notice when you walk in
Sure about that he can take it, unless maybe he's a loyal member or something. But is he allowed to take it? We would charge for it actually. It's fucking leather. Most probably even original one. An original leather. Otherwise it will be more. There is something wrong with my camera.
the room is the view. We are on the top floor of the Otemachi Tower in Tokyo. The views are of the Imperial Palace Gardens, really beautiful. Not only is it one of the best views in town, it's also the largest suite here in Tokyo, speaking to the base level rooms. The base room is actually the same size as many suites at many other hotels. This exact room goes for a minimum of $2,500 US per night, so quite pricey. But during peak season, it can get up to $6,000 or even $7,000 US. This is a ryokan style room with shoji sliding doors. It has the same material that you saw in the lobby. It also has a traditional Furo bath.
When they perf like a black wall, a static black wall. Off. I hope it doesn't do wrong with the wire. The camera's temperature is good. Nothing is wrong. I have. Okay, hopefully it doesn't disconnect again. Yeah, so let's continue. Yeah, let's log in again. It's really amazing when they perfectly design or do a black wall. I usually love buildings with an exterior black color, but over here the bathroom looks really amazing. It really shows luxury, calmness, maybe. The experience is amazing, especially in the bathtub. If you fill it out and like start looking at the view, just imagine at night also. Wow.
In the bathroom.
But hopefully, and I think it's really expensive. I don't think they did it, but like reflective glass, that would be amazing. Also, if people wouldn't be able to see you
And
inside.
that's in every single room. Let's talk about this bed. Massive, king-size bed. So
Wow.
inviting. You have this
The bed looks in the middle. Let's now concentrate
overhead
on it.
spotlight lighting on it. It looks very
Yeah, you have like a station, like a desk behind, not a desk, like this whole space behind you. And I think the safety box is over here outside also. That's really weird. Unless I'm not sure if this is the electricity over here, but it looks like a safety box.
clean and very
No,
crisp.
it must be the wall, yeah.
But you
Must be
can
the wall.
tell the house kit is extraordinarily detail-oriented.
Nice, yeah.
Also, the room itself, incredibly clean. Not
And the touch also, if you notice the bed, most of the hotels are not doing this anymore. It's going plain minimalist white, literally, but they have their own touch
a
also over there.
speck of dust. No scratches, no damage whatsoever.
Nice.
It's very difficult to maintain a room to that caliber, and they've done it here. I'm going to sleep in this bed
You're
tonight.
paying at $3,000 for the lowest category. That's the minimum that they can do, literally.
And give it a full review in the morning, but I already cannot wait for that.
Amazing.
One of
And
the
the
most
design.
interesting parts of this room is right here. Hidden in this tabletop is your television. Now they did it like
Yeah.
this so that the views of the city are not impeded by the TV. I thought that
But like you can literally put it over here. Now, understandably, most probably they don't want to destroy this Japanese aesthetic, but simply you can hang the TV over here. Pretty simple.
this was a very fun addition to the room and definitely part of the modernization that they have in here. Another interesting
But the TV, I think this TV would go maybe 20 years without being changed. Literally, this is the one disadvantage. Now they are a luxury property, so most probably they will change it somewhere in the future. But most properties that I know, and like from what hotels do exactly, if this continues working, they'll just keep it on and on for the next generations.
quirky thing in the room is the speaker. So I was looking at this earlier. It's a Balmuda speaker. When you turn it on, there's a little light in here that almost looks like a Tesla coil or something really futuristic. You can synchronize to the Bluetooth for the speaker. Again, just another technological improvement in this room that adds that little extra layer of detail that I definitely appreciate. One new thing I like to do in the room is test the speed of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, see, so I don't think The bed is literally in the middle in this case. Because you have a station, I think this is your desk, as we said earlier. And then this should be the bed, most probably.
It's actually a recommendation that one of you had on one of my recent reviews. So the Aman Wi-Fi has been honestly in and out. Sometimes it just drops, but when it does connect, very fast. 518.6 megabits download speed, 223.1
It's Japan, bro. Come on, seriously.
upload speed. Definitely passes the Wi-Fi test here at Aman.
Japan in the middle of Tokyo, where businesses move over there. It's like the capital, literally, of Japan. The internet should be good.
Now over here on the other side,
And you're paying 3,000 for a night.
pleasantly packed away, is your mini bar. So you open this door, which the materials here are a little bit low quality compared to the rest of the room. That's also the case with the floorboard. It feels like a little skimping on the budget when it comes to the actual materials. So this is just kind of a thin, hollow wooden door. Down.
I think they are trying to imitate this Japanese feel and look. But still, yeah, considering it a luxury property, it should be more tough, I think. And this will affect sound isolation. Don't forget about that also. I don't think couples or partners will have fun in this hotel.
Down below, you have your Nespresso machine, which they've packed away, which I think is an odd choice. You kind of have to take it out, plug it in, set it
Not convenient, actually. This is mostly fucked up, bro.
up yourself. And then you have your complimentary pods as well.
So weird.
On the other side, we have the mini bar. We have some complimentary Aman fresh juices like pink grapefruit here. There's also sparkling water, cold water, and sodas, which are all included in your stay. But the real treat in here is the welcome amenity right over here. You've got 10 beautiful red strawberries that look like you could use them for a photo shoot. I have no idea how they created strawberries so perfect. But I mean, look at this strawberry. And they just smell so fragrant. I'm not gonna try them now, but I promise you, I'll try them later in this review. Because you gotta see if they taste as good as they look. The final part of this room is the bathroom, and of course, the shower tank.
The bathroom is equally as stunning as the rest of the room.
Shit, he
You have
lost his
dual
voice.
sinks, a massive, big, perfectly clean, I'm talking perfect clean mirror, a Japanese Toto toilet that
The least.
opens, cleans, warms the seat, and has a bidet. That's always a plus. And the real star of this bathroom is behind me. You have that traditional
Amazing.
tub
This is a 10 out of
and
10.
a rain shower with the city.
10 out of 10.
And they give you a Japanese bathing ritual pamphlet to teach you how to set a bath. There's also bath salts.
Amazing.
Very clean shampoo conditioner, which lead into the shower. The shower test is 3 criteria points. That is the size, ease of use, and the pressure. Let's start with the size. Although you have this traditional bath in the same room, there is plenty of space here to stand under the rain shower. It does feel a little bit odd how everything is placed here, but you have plenty of space, so that is a definite plus. Ease of use, simple, clean dials. Again, everything polished to a T. You have your rain shower, handheld, and the temperature
So,
gauge.
wait.
Couldn't be
The
more
rain shower is away from the bathtub itself.
clear.
Okay, that's good.
Let's
So you
turn
have
the rain
another
shower
space
to test
also.
the pressure. So the rain
Nice.
shower gets fast relatively quick and has
For the rain shower, guys, again, chat. Again, if you're staying in one of such hotels, just put your hands up, wipe above the water, above the exit of the water over here. If you find dust, you get a complimentary shot. Just complain. How dare you did not clean my room properly.
a steady stream, although it doesn't feel like it has a lot of to the water. And some of the spouts are spraying sideways. Ideally, they would all be straight down. It's overall very clean, very easy to use shower. The Aman Tokyo definitely.
From what I've noticed from 3 different properties, you can say, especially the rain shower, the material of this thing, aluminum, or like it looks very thin to a point where I think you can. I think the supplier is Chinese, most probably. Like the quality is not perfect, especially in a 5-star property. Like this thing should be very, very strong and like metallic. I think I'm not sure if it's a special material because of the water or the rust or the way that it's installed. But most of the time when I touch these things, it doesn't look very strong. This is the problem. But anyways, it collects dust a lot on top. So this is your chance to get something free.
Passed the shower test. Final test here is to see if it passes the bed test.
Wow, it looks very silky, smooth. Not silky. Looks very comfortable.
The time has come that I have been waiting for since I first stepped foot in this room. I'm going to sleep in this bed, give it a full test, and tell you how it is in the morning. I also want to talk about the
Isn't he ordering his breakfast? Anyways, considering that this bed is like in the middle, it would be a very, very unique thing maybe. something new to me personally, I don't think I would sleep properly. I don't think, and I think it reflects the Japanese culture again, because what I've noticed is that usually they sleep on the floor in the middle. From most of the shows, anime, and other stuff that we know about Japan, this is what I noticed. Like in such spacious room, most of the time they sleep in the middle. I'm not sure if it's anything related to this, but again, sleeping in the middle, I don't think you'll sleep comfortably if you're not used to it.
Turndown service. Turndown service at a luxury hotel is when the staff come in before sleep and they set the room up for you for the night. They dim the lights and often they'll put out a little additional amenity, something that you can take home with you. Here at Aman, definitely a story-driven, interesting one. So I'm gonna open it with you.
Nice. This is how they differentiate each other, like between each other or away from each other, like the 5-star properties or the luxurious properties. When they have different stories, of course, and their own unique ways that will make you remember them, and all of that, be a story.
Here on the bed, which by the way is spotlight illuminated from the one light that they left on. I mean, the mood lighting is just extraordinary.
Nice.
They gave me a Yuji.
Is it
Not sure
a
if I'm
soap
saying that
or-
right. And it has 1,000 gold coins handwritten on it in Japanese ink. Whoa! So these are spice bush toothed. That's definitely not something I've seen before in the Turndown
Nice,
service.
very unique.
Very cool looking little wooden box. There's one more thing I want to do before I go to sleep is bed, and that is call the front desk and order room service breakfast for a certain time tomorrow morning. Much later in this review, service segment, we're going to see if the food shows up on time. Is it hot, fresh? And I always order the same thing, so there's consistency across all of
Okay, so now I understood him. That's why we did not see it at the beginning in his last video when he ordered breakfast, room service, and then it went to the last part of the video, the service.
hotels. We're going to take a look at price, how that compares. It's anything like how Aman has been priced so far, it's going to be high. Maybe. Let's call the front desk. Hi there, could I order room service?
Shouldn't they introduce? Wait, bro, don't cut it off when the front desk is talking to you. Hello, good evening, and then silence. That's a red flag. They are not trained properly in this case. I'm not joking now. I'm being very serious. She should introduce maybe her name, maybe censor her name. How may I assist you, Mr. Ryan? How is your stay going? Blah blah. All of these things. I'm not seeing any of this.
Breakfast for tomorrow morning, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Wonderful.
Please go
Could
ahead.
I have 1 eggs Benedict and a black coffee?
With a bill?
That is everything.
What time?
Could I please have it for 7 a.m. tomorrow?
7 a.m.
Arigato. Have a
Okay,
good night.
so she ended the call in a good way. Arigato gozaimasu and on all of that Japanese talk. Yeah, but she was very straightforward. Doesn't reflect that much luxury. Maybe it's only her. I'm not sure about the standards of their hotel, but I did not see that much interaction or warmth maybe in her way of talking.
Let's
Okay,
get some
good.
sleep.
Have a good night. Nice. She ended it good also. Is this the spotlight that he was talking about or what? Turned off. I wouldn't. Just for your information, I'm not sure if you'd feel the same thing, but I think Japan in general, the way of sleeping in general, with the capsules that they have, the capsule hotels, the way of sleeping now, it's very creepy. Personally, for me, a wooden 4x4, you can say, a wooden room, and then your bed is in the middle. That's really creepy for me. I'm not sure if I can sleep alone in such properties. I need someone maybe inside the room with me. It's not easy sleeping on that bed. I don't think so. Out of experience, I'm telling you, and out of experience that I really enjoy. It's not about enjoy. It's really difficult for me to sleep out of my home.
All right, good morning. You know, this bed was a little disappointing.
Ah,
I was expecting
See?
for an Aman to have the best bed that I've ever slept in on this channel, and that just wasn't the case.
wow. Is he coming? Like, is he trying to trick us or what?
I can almost tell this were 2 twin beds that were pushed together.
Shit.
It's a pretty firm mattress. I don't mean that intentionally firm. I mean that it feels like it's thin. Now,
Okay, so he's actually really disappointed. And yeah, 2 beds split. I don't actually think so because this part over here should be fixed. So even if they're considering most of their rooms to be split most of the time, I don't think they can split it actually to a twin room. Unless they can remove this part over here, like the desk over here, the side bed. I'm not sure about that. Maybe their design is like this. Maybe it's all with the management and the inventory that they have. But other than that, it's really concerning or like actually, yeah, disappointing that he's talking about 2 beds merged maybe together.
room got cold, it got extraordinarily dark and not an ounce of light gets in. So it feels
This is the perfect thing for me to sleep in. Of course, perfectly dark. But then still there is this red flag of the wooden room, which it's really scary.
you're in a cave, but I just wish they invested a little more into the mattress. We have what we need for the rooms.
If his room scoring is done without us also seeing more things, I would give it maybe a 7.2 out of 10. A solid 7.2, yeah. We won't deny that the room looks perfect, but considering the cheap material that he spoke about and the bed, especially that bed alone, will just throw away 2 points. Other than that, I think the living room or like the overall room looks really good.
Considering everything, this was
Amazing.
a very comfortable stay. The bed wasn't the best that I've reviewed on this channel, and it wasn't the most comfortable. But other than that, the room is spacious.
The only one reason that you're staying in a hotel room is to sleep in. So that's a majority like of the score. It should be the majority of the score. But other than that, it's really good with the design, the lighting, the technology over here. They even have like a small carpet, maybe. Let's say a floor towel.
Materials are generally high quality, although the floorboards,
Nice.
for example, in some of the cabinets could be taken a look at as far as investments for renovation in the future, but it's very hard to view. It's very hard to beat this private tub. It's very hard to beat the beautiful design. So I gave the room an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he punishes them a lot, and then the score is actually good. 8.5 is actually almost excellent. It can be considered that, and he shouldn't go even lower, I think, because he will hurt maybe his reputation also. This is the one trick that I want to understand, if they're doing this on purpose, or are they being honest or not? I'm not sure. But otherwise, yeah, I'm telling you, the design of the room, the ambience itself, it looks amazing. What's really concerning is that he literally said that the bed was not that good. Like, this alone is the main reason. The main reason why you're booking a room in Tokyo, for example, or anywhere in the world, is for you to sleep in. You're going to sleep between 6 to 8 hours. You're literally using the room for sleep 40% of your time, 30 to 40%. And that bed, which was really disappointing, should affect the score. Did he reduce only 1 point for the bed? I don't think that's accurate. He should have at least given them a 7.5 maybe. For me, it's a 7.2.
Now, there are 4 restaurants and 1 bar here at Aman. I'm gonna try the most popular thing at every one of them. I wanna get changed and head downstairs.
Japanese, they're very well known with their way of cooking and their cuisines. It must be perfect, obviously. I will try not watching all of it. We don't want to waste more time on this video. But I'm actually enjoying it. I would enjoy it more if he went with the style of Simon, for example, where he interacted more with the staff, with the colleagues of the place.
Good morning from La Patisserie by Aman. This is
very performative, so maybe they would do a backup check on him. A background check, sorry, where maybe they would notice that, yeah, he is influencer, for example, he is a content creator, and they would give him a special treatment. I don't think this is necessarily in Japan. Japanese people, I don't think they move like this, but still, being performative that much would bring attention, obviously, and maybe they would ask about him.
Start to the dining segment here.
There is no way that he booked and he did not introduce himself, and like people did not check after him. This stand over here looks amazing. It looks very modern. The pastries, they look good. Hopefully he shows us what's there.
There are croissants, which if you've watched the channel, you know that's one of my favorites of all time. Espresso, also one of my favorites of all time. And this Aman, I think it's a tiramisu. Not quite sure, I asked, but apparently it's just their specialty. We're actually in the basement of Aman here, and there are many other shops in the area. It is a very cleanly designed, beautiful little shop, but although it is quite small, here we go. It's a little bit spongy. A great croissant is a lot more crunchy, and they didn't warm it up or anything like that, but can't judge until we try it.
Most probably it should be fresh. Now, warming it up, yeah, I think upon order, maybe if you order to warm it up. But yeah, they should have prepared it fresh. Doesn't look that much crunchy.
Look, I'll happily be a stickler for croissants on this channel. This one was definitely not it.
Yeah.
Perfect espresso. Look at this, it has a really nice little Aman logo on top with chocolate. It's in this beautiful little cup here. There's like a liquid in here. This is definitely not a tiramisu, I can tell you that. Smells like liquor. Here we go. That is a rum cake. Okay, great flavor. The
Rum?
whipped cream
Alcohol cake, literally?
on top with a little bit of chocolate. The rum gives it a really strong bite in the
Nice.
aftertaste. Overall, not extraordinarily impressed over here, specifically because of the croissant, but I have high hopes for the rest of the dining segment. For lunch here, this is the Cafe by Aman. And it's less of a cafe and more of a reservation sit-down restaurant that is beautifully placed in the center
Nice.
of the forest. You can
The
see that
design looks amazing. Articat, yeah. Like the design, the interior, the exterior, they look amazing.
behind me. So we're on the ground floor, right next to the building that the Aman is in, and it is really a stark contrast to the rest of the building. A lot more nature, a lot more greenery around here, and the building itself is this dark black, which just looks so striking against the verdant green forest.
This is what I said earlier, that exterior black looks really amazing. Although all of this is glass, but still it reflects. Look at how amazing it is. Most people, they say that it brings bad luck, but I think not. It's really amazing.
Around me. Thank you. So at first glance here, as the dishes have arrived, this feels almost more like a charcuterie board than a full lunch restaurant. Now they do have some other dishes like fish and whatnot, but I was told to try the cheese here, so let's give this a shot.
I wouldn't. Bro. If I eat this, I would be sick for the next 2 days with my lactose intolerance.
Nothing really that interesting or exciting is happening here. The plating is nice, but I think could even be more elevated, especially if they are leaning into that charcuterie kind of style. Very similar here.
Did they place any nuts in the plate? Walnuts, maybe?
Nothing to write home about whatsoever. The real plus in this restaurant is the atmosphere. My water glass has been fairly empty for most of this lunch, which is usually an indication of the speed of service. Now, if you're coming to Oman, you're probably slowing down and enjoying it and taking in everything. However, the water is often the way to gauge if
He's
the
complaining a lot. Now he would give them another 8.5 or a 9. He's complaining a lot.
services on top of it. Quick pit stop here at Musashi, which is Aman Tokyo's multi-course omakase experience. It's around $300 per person, and sadly I did not have time in this review to try it. However, I
Or
wanna
maybe
head
not the
to
budget.
Arva for dinner. And now the star of the dining segment here. We are at Arva for dinner, which is an Italian-Japanese fusion restaurant.
Nice.
They brought out some breadsticks here.
Man, whenever I hear Italian Japanese, it's like always remembering. Was it on what was his name? Chef Gordon Ramsay? Yeah, Gordon. Was it that sushi pizza thingy? Please don't bring this in the menu.
And 3 different types of
A
dip.
pizza
So this is
sushi.
a butter, a pesto, and a ketchup or tomato-based dip. Just thought that this was already a pretty inventive and interesting way to start it. Kind of see how thin this is. The menu is quite pricey. The lobster course, for example, is over $100 US for just that one course. The atmosphere is beautiful. You have this wall that looks like floating lanterns here behind me. It's almost an open
See, now everyone is mastering this. Wherever you go around the world, even to the third world countries, you would find some fine dining cuisines. Nothing is interesting anymore. The repetition of such cuisines, everyone will get used to them, whether it's for the middle class or the higher class. So let's see, it's all about service. What I want to see more from Ryan is the interaction between the people. It's really amazing when I see Simon talking to the staff and like interacting with them. That's really amazing. This is what I want to see more about, considering my experience and the way that I want to judge also.
kitchen concept, so you can see them preparing the dishes. This is the agnolotti. This is a signature here from the chef. He told me that about 3 or 4 times. It has shaved Parmesan on top, crushed black pepper. Can't really go wrong with this kind of dish. You definitely can elevate it. Inside, you have this melted ricotta cheese that just bursts. As soon as you bite it, I was not expecting that. It's perfectly warm and overall very nice combination of flavors here in this dish. Very nice. So the main course has just arrived, and this is not just any chicken thigh here. Actually, the name Arva means cultivated Italian, meaning that the Yamanashi Kaji Shamu, which is this type of chicken, is actually extraordinarily high quality. They are very proud of the way that they source the ingredients here. You can see the plating is, you probably guessed I was gonna say it, minimalistic. And generally speaking, the dishes this should really allow the flavors of the individual ingredients to stand out. So let's see if that's true here. Got a couple potatoes, a little bit of a pesto on the side. The skin is crispy, like fried chicken style crispy. Inside, the chicken is perfectly cooked, but the flavor is not very strong. Overall, I would say this is a good dish, not great, not excellent, but one that if you want to grab a quick
Considering the price also, I don't think this is worth it actually.
bite to eat here, this is one of the least expensive items on the menu.
عم تحضر الريفيو صح؟ عم تشوف الكوزينز which are really overpriced.
It's small.
Which are really overpriced. And look at the portions, bro.
The service at the top started very strong. Water's filled, tea being refilled. Now here towards the end of the meal, they are starting to close down this area, and it's almost like I've been forgotten and left in the back. So I have had empty teacup for a while. Service is a little bit slower here towards the end of the night. The dessert has arrived. There's an elderflower.
Now, considering that it's a dessert, yeah, maybe the portion would be acceptable after a very 3-course meal, maybe. Yeah, but it's small and not plated properly. I think it's not that appetizing actually.
Or sorbet. You have this crisp kind of puff pastry here on top with pistachio. Very artistic and very organic compared to the very geometric shapes that you'll see in Aman and the restaurant here. Whoa. That brought it home for me. The elderflower sorbet. First of all, elderflower, wonderful ingredient that I don't think is used as much as it should be in fine dining. Elderflower ice cream or sorbet, so good. Excellent end to this dinner here tonight. Well, we've seen everything that the Aman has to offer. Time for the dining score. Now, what better place to give a dining score to Aman than the Aman Lounge next to that atrium? I am in Tokyo, Japan at an Aman. This should be the...
Before his course, considering what he said earlier, especially with the slow service, and when he sat first in the first cafe or restaurant where they served for him the cheese, I would rate it, if I was in his place, I would rate it maybe a 6.5 or a 7. But most probably he will go up with the score as usual.
Best culinary journey that I've taken on this channel so far. And unfortunately, I didn't really feel that was the case here. Yes, every dish that I had was good, with the exception of that croissant, which definitely should be taken a look at. But all of the dishes were plated beautifully.
For that, I believe it was freshly done early in the morning, and there was no need actually to warm it again. Otherwise, of course, after baking it for 2-3 hours, it would lose the original texture, maybe.
The atmosphere was stunning, but nothing really made me feel like it was exceptional. With all of that being said, you will definitely get a good meal when you're staying here. It is a little bit pricey, but not completely out of the realm of what you'd expect. I gave the dining a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, acceptable,
Now,
but still.
The service at Aman is world renowned. It is the stuff of legends. Apparently online, people call the service clairvoyant, meaning they know what you're going to want before you even ask for it. I have a couple of standardized tests here at the Aman that I can't wait to see how the staff do. It is 7 a.m. on the dot.
You can't beat the Japanese culture. They're really amazing with their service also. But throughout the video, he did not show that much service. Like, he did not show them how they acted with him or how they served him properly. And it was mostly complaints also, with the delay in service especially. But let's see now his breakfast. Usually it's an egg muffin, right? A muffin with American coffee.
Aman's breakfast service test came right on time, not a minute, even a second late. So this breakfast, eggs Benedict, black coffee, came down to 8,048 Japanese yen, which is about $50 US.
Shit, very expensive.
They do include a service charge.
Okay, so we reviewed we did a review on Merdeka 118, 25. It's the double literally. And I believe the service was better over there, although they were late 10 minutes, I remember. But yeah, it's even above Four Seasons. St. Regis, maybe, yeah, they price their shit like this. Vegas, we know Vegas and how expensive it is. But yeah, priced over here with $50, that's really high.
I want to mention one quick thing about all of the dining, the room service. Everything you get here is automatically added to your room. You don't sign. There's nowhere where you can check the bill. You have to actually ask for it. So I think
most probably he has a credit card on his room. That's why. Otherwise, if they don't have any deposit or like a credit card on your name, they would never leave you until you pay.
The assumption is that you are probably doing so well financially that you don't even want to be burdened with the receipts and with actually signing to make sure that the order is accurate.
But 100% they have his information. They would use his credit card anytime if he maybe checked out without paying what was on the bill.
They always want to take a look at it, but apparently this is across all Amans. So as we already spoke about, this hotel is a minimum of $2,500 a night. Why is it a plastic,
Shit.
cheap-looking cover for the Eggs Benedict?
I thought it was ceramic actually, something like out of the world. But plastic, that's really messed up.
They definitely have the budget. You take this off, and look at that.
Wow.
Very simple Eggs Benedict.
Simple, yeah, I was
Have
going to say.
hollandaise already on top, eggs fresh, and it has a pretty thick English muffin underneath, so it's a very
We need to cut it. Let's see if the yolk will run or not.
classic Eggs Benedict. Very
Yeah,
runny.
looks
yolk
perfect
here.
actually.
Kind of perfect, honestly. The reason I do Eggs Benedict while I'm cutting this is because Eggs Benedict is a good indicator of how fresh the food is, how
Yeah,
recently
exactly.
it was made. The English muffin is kind of tough and hard to cut through here. Wow, there we go. We finally got it. Okay.
See, most probably it's prepared fresh, but when speaking about Tokyo especially, I don't think they have a dedicated British chef for such dishes. Most probably they're Japanese also, so they're messing around with dishes that they're not even the style that they were taught or like they are experienced with. Although it's international, yes. Most probably they have international chefs, but I don't think they will do it as perfect as any other chef around the world.
Often they will bring out hot sauce, ketchup. There's nothing like that on this tray. It's literally what you see in front of me. So it better be good as a standalone.
But I don't think a hot sauce or like ketchup for a breakfast is appetizing, or is that, or it reflects maybe luxury.
That is interesting. The texture of the Eggs Benedict, it's kind of hard and mixed with the soft egg. It's almost too much of a contrast. This is not the dining segment, but definitely worth noting. So they're skimping a little bit on the black coffee here. Usually it's a much bigger carafe and it's much more full.
For a person, yeah. And about his last comment, as I said, most probably it's a Japanese chef who created this, who prepared this. So they're not that much experienced, I think.
There you go. Probably
Done.
about 2 cups in this total.
Yeah.
Little
For a
disappointing.
person, obviously. They're trying to save maybe on the coffee.
That might be close to the best coffee so far. I don't know,
Good.
maybe Costa Rica had better coffee on this channel, but this is a massive contender.
Nice.
Daman definitely passed the breakfast service trial, but we won't know how the service really is until we give it the official service.
The service test is the part of this review where I call the concierge and ask them for something that they may not be used to hearing. Now, the service at Aman is legendary. It's a main reason why people become Aman junkies and only talk about and stay at Aman properties. Here in Tokyo, it is the peak tourism season right now, the Sakura season or cherry blossoms, but there's not
Yeah, and considering this, because I was also researching or like doing a small research on China, for example, when I wanted to maybe visit them in the future. I was trying to budget for it, and obviously, when you're visiting a huge country, for example, or like a destination where they have their events going on, it would be expensive. So I think that final price, $3,000 for a room, I think that was overpriced, maybe because of the season. If it was in a low season, I think that would be much cheaper,
a
obviously.
lot of that here in hotel, other than, of course, the centerpiece in the lobby. So I wonder if the staff here can bring the cherry blossoms up to this floor. Hi there, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. I have a bit of an odd request for you. I love the Sakura. I was wondering if
Why aren't they mentioning the name of the guest? Like, where is the Mr. Walker or Mr. Ryan? They never say that. This is the second call or the third call. They never said Mr. Ryan.
you could have someone come to the room tonight, maybe around Turndown, and set up the room with cherry blossoms.
Yes, you like to decorate the cherry blossom, right?
Yeah, something
That would cost him, most probably.
to make the room feel like it is cherry blossom themed.
We have to check our florist first before you.
That's no problem, I'll be...
Very much.
All right,
Thank you.
bye-bye. But I'm excited about this one.
Hello, this is concierge.
Hi there, yes.
Very good news for
This is Maya from Concierge. Come on, bro. This is Concierge. They're very weak also with English. This is what I'm noticing. Wow.
you. We found the cherry blossom brand. That is 4 brand, but we can
So for-
make the room decoration for you. It's approximately 25,000 yen. So is that okay for you?
That's perfect.
Okay, do it for you. Thank you. Bye.
Amazing, excited to see it. So she said something about having entire branches of cherry blossom. I really can't wait for this one. While we're waiting, let's walk around the hotel, talk about the service generally in this hotel, especially times that we didn't have.
speaking to the service generally around the hotel, there is no text-based communication system here at Aman. They don't really need it, however, because they are overstaffed at all times of the day. We're going to talk about the value at the end, but the thing that I didn't love was the fact that a lot of the costs are hidden. They never really give you receipts or tell you how much certain things cost, and there's little service charges that are just wrapped
No, but
up
actually, when she tried, when she wanted to decorate the room, she told him about the price.
throughout your bill and during your stay. But the welcome amenity was excellent. The check-in amenity, which is a green tea in the lobby, was also lovely. I really had no complaints about the service generally, and I can't wait to see how they respond to those cherry blossoms. Okay, they completed the service test. There's a
It's literally just a pot for $160, a pot only. That's actually not.
cherry blossom display here on the table that was not there before. It is so beautiful, exemplifying the Aman design. It actually looks like it should have been again. I wonder if they put some cherry blossoms anywhere else in the room. There's no petals. The bed, for example, maybe in the bathroom. They did close it, so there might be something in there we can check out. But really well designed. They must have someone on staff that has an incredible eye for design.
See, the design looks good, yeah, but still, it's only a pot. Now, let's see the bathroom. Most probably they designed it
Look
also.
at that. I mean,
Okay.
just beautiful. It's a huge accent to the room, which is already
Nice.
gorgeous. As you
But
saw.
I believe this should be like complimentary, maybe, or like as a welcome also. They should design it this way.
Aman really leans in. Design, aesthetic,
You shouldn't request such a thing, actually.
core minimalism. However, I'm not sure if I would have paid again just to accent the decor.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
nothing I can take home, nothing I can try or interact with. I think we have what we need for a service score. All things considered, this was one of the best service experiences
I would give them maybe an 8 out of 10. 8. They did a good job, at least. They did, I think, their maximum capabilities. They showed a good service.
that I've had at a hotel. Yes, there are a couple of small things that could be improved. However, many things at the hotel were excellent. Mainly the interactions with all of the staff. They always knew my name.
This is what I wanted, bro, from the beginning. Like this segment, it shouldn't be only the interaction and like you said, you say it at the end, for example, throughout the video. Interacting with the housekeepers, interacting with the front office agents. If you're using their hotel car, I think the concierge was outside, seeing their faces, knowing how they behave. I believe this looks a little bit Japanese. I'm not sure about this lady, but yeah, Japanese most probably.
And every single thing was seamless. I gave this service a 9 out of 10.
Good, yeah, okay. Maybe because he's living it, but he's not punishing them that enough. This is the thing. Although an 8 out of 10 from me that doesn't sound bad also, actually.
As promised.
Except paying us $160 for only these like small branches, not worth it, to be honest. Haram.
To try one of these perfect strawberries. That was worth the wait, and maybe worth even coming here just to try that. The best strawberries are here in Japan in the spring. Wow. The It Factor is comprised of 3 different considerations. That is the unique nature of the hotel, the location, and the value of the stay. So in their list of complimentary activities every week, there is one where a man will drag you through the city of Tokyo while you sit in the back of this rickshaw. That's just one.
I hate such activities. Okay, it's most probably within the culture and all of these things and like traditions, but I hate when someone is like pushing me and I'm sitting. I would maybe ask for a horse to do it, like an animal maybe if you have an animal, but not a human being. I like this really this thing is really outdated. I don't want to get into that point of like humanity and the human rights, for example, but still a man pushing you, that's really fucked up.
An example of some of the interesting and unique things that you can do here at Aman. Now, the critique online for this hotel is that it's just an elevated business hotel, and although that may be true, I felt like I will definitely remember my stay here. In fact, the unique nature of the hotel is always determined by, is this something I would tell other people about and come back and stay again? And the answer is definitely yes. Thank you.
What I want to see in the future, and hopefully we can find a video about it, is Aman in Dubai, I think. Somewhere in the Gulf, they were heavily marketing it. So I want to see a video. Hopefully one of them traveled over there. One of these travelers or vloggers, so that we can at least understand how different they act, especially in resorts.
Hello. This is the Aman house car. It's a Lexus LM, very luxurious. You have two little iPads to control the climate back here, plenty of space, and a very smooth ride. The Aman here in Tokyo is so perfectly centrally located. You are right in the middle of everything in the city with easy transportation to the public transit or really anywhere you want to go. Now, this house car will complimentary take you up to 10 minutes away from the hotel, so you're most likely not using this for all of Sight's adventures in Tokyo, but does give you access to quick transport. And it's also walkable, so if you want to just go walk around, it's always pleasant. Location-wise, the Aman is pretty much in an ideal spot. Now finally, and maybe most importantly, the value. Is the Aman Tokyo worth the very high price point? Honestly, I think
No.
to try one night, one time in your life here in Tokyo, it is worth it. There are some exceptional service components here, some incredible experiences that you can have, and the atmosphere and design is just inspiring. It's at a whole new level. However, I wouldn't stay for a longer period of time, and I'm not 100% sure that I would come back and stay again, just because that price point is so high. But if you're comfortable with that price point, it's definitely a very high quality stay. So considering those 3 points, I gave the It Factor an 8 out of 10. That was the legendary Aman Tokyo, and sadly, it is now time for me to check out. If you add all of the scores together throughout this review, I gave Aman Tokyo here in Japan a 41.5 out of 50. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ryan Walker. There is so much more to come, and we'll see you on the next.
You're talking about a 93%. 93 maybe? 90 something out of 100. Yeah, which is good. It is actually good. Yeah, they need to maintain this level of service. The view over here, amazing. The ambience, as he said, and the design, wow, amazing. And these chairs, the suppliers all around the world, like the luxury hotels, they have the same thing. I've literally sat in one of these. Literally the same design from the back. It looks from here, like it looks similar to what I've used previously.
Next one.
Aman Tokyo. Oh, wait. This is important for us.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Okay. 4 Seasons 4. He's going to very luxurious places, actually. He's not playing around. This shows that there are so many luxury hotels. Rosewood, Mayakoba. We did not review the Rosewood, right? We reviewed one Rosewood with Simon. Yeah, but it wasn't this one. 42, it scores higher over here. It Factor 9, Service 9. We want to see a low score. 6.5 over 4 Seasons. Wow, the It Factor. 9988. 4 Seasons, Seoul in Korea, South Korea. Nice. Thank you for